At the controls of the C-17 today, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Bugler from the German Air Force is an exchange pilot. The co-pilot, Captain Sam Todd. The safety pilot, Major Joe Dingman. The loadmaster, Senior Airman Sean Barber. They are members of the 15th Air Lift Squadron, known as the Pelicans. The aircraft is flown not with a big control yoke, but actually with a joystick, much like a fighter. The C-17 design includes a modern computerized glass cockpit, heads-up displays for both the pilot stations. The heads-up display is a special projection on a piece of glass that gives all important flight information to the pilots without having to look away from the course they're flying, so they can look straight through it, straight ahead, and see all their flight information, their altitude, their airspeed, their attitude, their direction of flight, how high they're pitched up above the horizon or how low they're pitched below the horizon, very, very easily. Only 3 crew members are required to fly the C-17. The aircraft's advanced design allows it to accomplish its entire mission with this minimum crew. Coming from the left, with 4 huge turbofan engines, each of which generates 41,000 pounds of thrust. They are Pratt & Whitney F-117 DW100 turbofan engines. The wingspan, 169 feet, 10 inches. The length, 174 feet. It's 55 feet 1 inch high, and the wing area is over 3,700 feet. At first glance, the C-17 could be mistaken as a run-of-the-mill transport, but those who have been inside the C-17 will never forget it. The C-17 carries huge cargoes and can be turned around quickly, thanks to roll-on, roll-off capability achieved by locating, using the ramp, locating that ramp near the ground, and using a palletized system with floor-mounted rollers for rapid loading. The C-17 you see here today weighs almost 400,000 pounds, and on its final approach, when we see it do its landing, it will be somewhere just about 120 miles per hour. That is an absolutely phenomenal bit of performance. Now you see those winglets, those vertical protrusions coming off the edges of the wingtips. Just to give you an idea of the size of this airplane, those winglets are actually 9 feet tall. The C-17 made its inaugural flight in September of 1991. And since then, the C-17 has set over 20 world records, including a payload to altitude and time to climb record. McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing, delivered the first operational C-17 to Charleston Air Force Base in June of 1993. These F-117 engines are the same engines that are used on the Boeing 757 jetliner. The 41,000 pounds of thrust per engine allows the Globemaster 3 to carry over 170,000 pounds of cargo. The range of the C-17 with this amount of cargo is 2,400 nautical miles. That's just about 3,000 statute miles, coast to coast. However, the C-17 can reach anywhere in the world non-stop because it is capable of being refueled in the air. Now let's watch as the C-17, under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Mark Bugler and Captain Sam Todd, approaches for a tactical landing. Again, approaching it at just about 120 miles per hour. As it touches down, we will see it reverse its thrust. You will see panels opening on the cowlings of the engines, allowing it to stop very, very rapidly, touching down hard. Now look at the cowlings, you'll see them slide back and reverse the thrust, making the exhaust of the engine go forward and incredible short field takeoff and landing space capability. As a matter of fact, they can even back it up. Let's hear it for the C-17. From the 14th Airlift Squadron Battalion. I don't let my kids back up my car that fast. Might have been able to see just a little bit of white streaks protruding from the front of the engines there. That's a little moisture in the air that's being sucked up like a tornado into the intake of that F-117 engine. From McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey, the C-17 Globemaster 3. Ground maneuverability is extremely important when space is limited for offload operations on a day-to-day business. The maneuvers you've seen here today are representative of those flown by our operational air crews every day as they provide the highly responsive and flexible airlift capability for America. The short field capability of the C-17 Globemaster allows it to land at over 6,000 more airfields worldwide than currently available to the C-141 Starlifter, the C-5 Galaxy, and commercial wide-body aircraft. As a matter of fact, during the NATO peacekeeping mission to Bosnia, C-17 crews airlifted nearly 1/2 of the total cargo in only 1/4 of the missions, while boasting an impressive 96% reliability rate.